All right, thank you, Jerry. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Hoyt Lakes City Council meeting Monday, September 28th, 2020 at 6:30. Roll call, please.
Mayor Vreeland.
Here.
Councilor Zins.
Here.
Pop.
Here.
Peterson.
Here.
Councilor Segler is absent.
Okay, thank you. Would you do consent agenda, please?
Item 3 is approval of City Council meeting minutes, September 14th and September 15th. Item 7 is the filing of correspondence that's listed on your agenda. And item 10 is approval of claims, payroll, and receipts.
Everybody good with the consent agenda? If so, motion, pardon me? If so, a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
Motion by Councilor Zinn. Support?
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Peterson. Roll call, please.
Councilor Zins.
Yes.
Pop.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Moving down to guest citizens and forums. I don't believe we have anybody on for this. Okay. We will move down to reports from staff. Wade.
Golf season winding down. Blow out my irrigation system next Monday. Next Tuesday, the golf course will be closed all day. We have the IRC cross country conference championship, and it'll be closed all day because with the restrictions, they can only have 3 teams at a race. So they're actually going to run 3 different races during the day and then combine the times at the end of the day to figure out who wins.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the only way they could get a conference championship in. So, and I'll be top dressing the greens next week, and the golf course will usually closes on or around the 20th of October, depending on the weather. Never can tell. Everything at the arena is going real well. The hockey is actually going pretty good. The cleanup between groups on the 4-on-4 is really good. Nothing but good to say about that. Other than that, hockey season's just ramping up. It'll get a little more each week. So, but other than that, that's about it.
All right, thank you. Anybody got any questions for Wade? Okay, if not, moving down to ambulance director, Melanie Olmstead.
All my stuff is in the agenda already, so I'll just wait.
You sure you got enough on there?
I know, right? No, you won't have to see me for a while.
All right. City Clerk Becky, treasurer.
I got a call from Jill at AEOA. They have a shortage of volunteers to deliver Meals on Wheels in Hoyt Lakes. It's like a 2-hour commitment. You go to Vaughn's, pick up meals between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. you deliver. And so if anyone out there is interested in doing that, we'd sure hate to lose that in our city. To call Jill at AEOA 218-735-6899.
Okay, thank you. Mitch,
Becky, could you put that on our webpage?
Yes, I can. I also put it on the arena sign too.
Thank you.
So, yep.
Mitch, anything?
Mayor and council, just various agenda items later on that I've reviewed.
Okay, thank you. We will jump down to reports from City Council. Councilor Zins.
Yeah, we had there later on in the packet, there's going to be for a variance. One of the things that was brought up at that meeting was that maybe that we need to take a look at, the planning commission take a look at the lot size and allow bigger garages or buildings because of the size of some of the lots on leads, especially the double lots. And I told them that I would get in touch with Mitch and go over what we would have to do to discuss that and for ordinance change on building size. And then it'll be brought back to the council once we meet as the planning and zoning meets and discusses that. Also, I attended the Rams meeting the other night by Zoom, but one of the things that was brought up was that in the history of Rams, they've never endorsed candidates, and they want to make sure that all the board members that they do not use Rams in any way, endorsing candidates from one party or another, that we're a neutral group. And the idea is for the betterment of our region, and it's not to be politicized as to one party or the other. So other than that, that's about it.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Pop?
Pretty much everything that I have is on the agenda tonight also, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Peterson?
Yeah, I just have the one thing in the agenda also.
All right, thank you. We will move on. I'm the same way. There's lots on the agenda, and everything I need to cover is on there. So we will jump to old business. Item 8A, fall garbage pickup. Dan?
Okay, yeah, so everybody should have a flyer there in your packet on what we're planning for the fall cleanup. I got together with Kenny, and in conjunction with East Mesabi Sanitation, they agreed on Wednesday the 21st would work as their pickup day, and then Kenny's going to do a miniature spring cleanup where we're only going to pick up the batteries, tires, appliances, so on and so forth. So we'll have plenty of time to advertise this in the shopper. We'll have plenty of time to get it on the sign. We'll have that group that'll be available to help older residences that maybe people aren't able to get some of their stuff hauled out to the curb. So we'll have a phone number for residents to call if they need help getting items out to the curb. And then I talked to Police Chief Sewler today and got his commitment. We basically have 5 or 6 residences that are in non-compliance, and they are at the $100 fine stage right now. And our plan is to make sure that these residences are fully aware of this free cleanup that we're offering at the end of October, and letting them know that if they don't come into compliance after this, that we have no recourse but to go in and clean it up for them, and it's going to cost them a lot more than just the fine they've already gotten. So Sandy's been doing a good job trying to keep ahead of stuff, but there's just, like I say, 5 or 6 that are really bad, and several others that are working. And other than the 5 or 6 that are really bad, there's one residence that's been making improvement and showing intent to improve. So we may consider waiving that fine if he does get into compliance, but that'll be something that'll be decided by the council as a whole. I'm not going to make that decision, and I've already told him that. So that's about it. Any questions regarding that?
Anybody got any questions for Dan on that? I think it's a great plan, Dan. I'll support you 100% with it. So do we need to make a motion on this, Beck?
No.
Okay. All right. So it'll go in the paper here pretty quick, and for those 2 days. Dan, you'll get a hold of me, Dan. I'll start working on getting that committee put together.
Okay.
I'll reach out to those guys that helped us clean yards last year. So, okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Old business item 8B, approved 2021 capital budgets. Everybody's had time to look at that? We got any questions? Not hearing any. Let's motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2021 capital budget.
Motion by Councilor Pop. Support.
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Peterson. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Item 8C, Resolution 2020-024, resolution amending service charges and fees for the city of Hoyt Lakes. I think this is what we've agreed to. Any questions on this? I've looked over it. I think it's everything we agreed to. So if no questions, motion to approve.
Make the motion to approve it.
Motion by Counselor Peterson, support.
I'll support that.
Support by Counselor Zins. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Breland.
Yes, motion carries. Item 8D, Resolution 2020-025, City of Hoyt Lakes, a resolution amending the part-time, temporary, and seasonal employee wage schedules. Again, I think it's everything approved at the council meeting or at the budget meetings. Any other discussion? If not, roll call, please. Excuse me, a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2020-025.
Motion by Counselor Pop, support.
I'll support it.
Support by Counselor Peterson. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Breland.
Yes, motion carries. Item 8E, City of Hoyt Lakes Resolution 2020-031, a resolution adapting a proposed 2021 city budget. Any discussion? If not, motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Motion by Counselor Zinn, support.
Support.
Support by Counselor Pop. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Breland.
Yes, motion carries. Item 8F, City of Hoyt Lakes Resolution 2020-032, committing to certain financial obligations in conjunction with federal and state funding for the 2020 wastewater treatment plant project. I just want to make a comment to the public that's out listening right now. Our wastewater project is a very large project, probably the biggest project Hoyt Lakes has ever done. We are borrowing $1,846,371. Well, we did receive federal WIF and point source implementing grants of $10,345,826. Approximately 85% of that project is being funded through grants. So I thought that was very good. Brian, any comments on this?
I'll just go through this quickly. The resolution, for the most part, we had discussed last meeting. Nothing in here is really significantly changed, but let me just run through these again quick. There is a capital replacement budget in here of $50,000 per year. That is going to be in your budget, and that'll be part of the budget item. Then in here, we did get approval from PFA to increase those rates in the 3-year step that we had talked about. And so it's about a little over $3 per year, 2021, 2022, and 2023 to get up to that final amount of $58.47 by 2023. So PFA was fine with that. As this moves forward, we will be tracking, not necessarily me, but the revenues for the wastewater plant. And if there's any changes that need to be made, we're not producing the revenue that we're projecting, then those could be adjusted. And then there was the WIF reserve, which was 50 cents per 1,000 gallons treated, goes into another separate account that PFA will track and the city will budget separately. And those require PFA approval to use those funds. So that's pretty much what's in the resolution and pretty much what we discussed at last month's meeting. So any questions on it, I can go in deeper.
I have one question. In 2021, it says $51. I think that's what the council did approve to raise to. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not hearing you all the time, Brian.
I'm going to drop off my video to see if that helps. yes, we did match the resolution to what the city approved in the budget already.
Perfect, thank you. Any council have any questions on this or anything for Brian?
Just a minor question, and it might be as much for Becky as it will be for Brian, but will we need to break out the residential sewer from the commercial sewer? I know right now it's all kind of lumped together on the budget as one line item, so will we need to break that out into what the commercial pays like we do for water?
In terms of these separate funds that are reserved, the WIF fund is really where you'll need to do that, because there is a charge of 50 cents per 1,000 gallons from the commercial users, and on the residential side, it's a part of the flat rate. And so you'll just need to be pulling that out of those different categories differently. And then track how that's going into your budget.
Okay, does that clarify it, Dan?
I think so.
I did speak with the auditors, and some of that transfer will come during the audit. And so you may not see it as a line item, separate line item in your monthly reports, but the auditors will take care of transferring what they need to.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions? I think my other comment is, just so the council's aware of this, this does set our wastewater rates for the next 2 years. I mean, so we know we at least we'll know what we're increasing in 22 and 23. So we might have to raise more if we have to just make regular maintenance, but at least we do have an understanding on that. So could I get a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councillor Zins, support.
I'll support it.
Support by Councillor Pop. Roll call, please.
Councillor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes. 8F, excuse me, 8G, Leeds Roads.
8F, there's another approved application on there, Mayor.
Oh, okay, sorry. We just have to approve this is that second gritter construction. Brian, do you have any idea when this TIF and this money is going to be available?
So with the approval of the resolution tonight, there was also a letter attached to that. That should free up PFA to finish up the documents, and we're hoping we can get a draw request in by October 15th.
Okay. Okay. Just so the council's aware that these first two payments, all the paperwork wasn't done for WIF, so we've been taking this out of our general money, but we will be reimbursed for both pay request number 1 and number 2. So any questions on the pay request? If not, a motion, please.
I don't have a question, but I guess I do have a compliment. That this compliment Gritter on presenting their bill. It was very easy to understand. I really like the part where they're talking about the percent of work that's been completed, what's been completed on the pay application that they're asking for. It made it very easy to understand from our perspective as to what we're paying off on this particular payment, and it'll make it easy going forward also that we're able to decipher what we're paying for. So
okay, motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Councillor Peterson, support.
I'll support.
Support by Councillor Zins. Roll call, please.
Councillor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Item 8G, Leeds Road, backlots pricing. As the council had some time to think about this, I did receive a call from several people when they heard we were surveying them. So any thoughts on what we should be charging here?
What did we charge for the lots, the existing lots in the front?
I think it was 1,500. Yeah. So most of them bought two, so they had 1,500 was $3,000. My thought is $1,000 a lot for the back lot. The lots are basically the same size. You're not going to be putting a house on it, but a lot of them are looking at putting their garages on the back lot. So, what's everybody thought on that?
I think 1,000 is fair.
Okay.
I agree.
Mayor, if the people are going to purchase those lots in the back and they're considering putting a garage back there, are we going to be responsible to put any sort of an access to get to those lots? None. We will have no liability whatsoever to put a road in, or
Nope. That they were. The couple of them I've talked to is that the snowmobile trail is in the back of them. That we will keep their lot lines back 20, 30 feet from that snowmobile trail, and that's the reason why we can only sell them to the people in the front, because there is no road access to the back. So,
okay.
but I think we need to stipulate that the city, when we write those letters, that the city will be willing to sell those lots for $1,000, but the city is not responsible for any type of road. I think that'd be a good thing, Dan, to add to those letters. So
Yeah. Okay.
okay, can I get a motion for $1,000 per lot on those?
Make the motion.
Motion by Councilor Peterson. Is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Pop. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Breland.
Yes, motion carries. Item H, change order 2C on the project. Emily?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Change order 2C, there's 4 items on there for abandoning the existing storm sewer on Suffolk. The reason for doing this was because it was so deep, we didn't want to risk excavating the storm sewer pipe and then damaging the existing sanitary that was not going to be replaced as part of the project. So that's what that change order is. Does anybody have any questions on it?
I don't have any questions. Do you have a total yet for change orders, where we're at yet?
Yes. 1 second here, I'll pull that up.
And I see it's on the back here. I see there's been 6.
Yes.
But it looks like the number 3 was actually a deduction.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Thought I had it offhand here, but I don't. I can add it up for you guys quick.
Oh, that's okay. I see them in the second to the last page there listed.
Yeah, yep, they're all listed on the pay app, so they're all there.
Are you expecting any other change orders, or are we thinking we're in pretty good shape?
I think this is it, as far as I know, barring any unforeseen anything. And they're wrapping stuff up, so I highly doubt there will be anything else.
Do you have any timelines for us, for the public, on completion right now?
I know they've been out there working on wrapping stuff up. I haven't gotten an updated schedule from the contractor yet. I will work on getting that for you guys.
Okay. I've just had some questions by the public. I see they're back again today doing sidewalks. I would think by the end of this week, the concrete work should all be done. So, and
Okay.
Emily, they're still planning on taking out the rest of the Leeds blacktop, or excuse me, Suffolk blacktop this year?
I have not heard anything different than that. So yes, that
Okay.
is part of the project this year. So.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions for Emily?
Yeah, I do have a question. It's not in regard to that change order, but it is in regard to, so I had, and I don't know everybody at the council was able to pick up this last minute, more detailed explanation of what we're signing for. But I do have a question in regards to the curb and gutter.
Mm-hmm.
So on the initial estimate, it was provided that you were going to remove 5,204 feet of curb and gutter.
What item are you on, Dan?
That's line 107 of the revised sheet that she gave us today.
Okay.
And I don't know if that matches with the other. I can check if it matches with the other order, but actually the other sheet that we have doesn't even go up to 107. So it ends at 99. I don't think we got a copy of the last page probably.
Okay.
But anyway, so they did remove 5,204 feet of curb and gutter. But when it came time to replace the curb and gutter, they have replaced a total of 5,573 feet, and that has ended up costing the city $10,800 extra.
I believe where that extra curb and gutter, Dan, is on the road to the back way to the arena. They added curb and gutter along the north side of that wasn't there originally. It's for drainage purposes. Emily, am I right on that?
Yes, that's correct. And that was something that Kenny had requested after talking to the residents back there. So that's why it was not included in that original plan number, because it was an addition that was requested by the city staff.
And there was a lot of drainage issues back there, Dan, and they added a culvert on that side to catch that water. And it stopped a lot of water from running across that road.
Okay. And that's kind of what I thought it was. And I guess that was, I know we didn't get a change order for that, and I guess it's customary that Kenny was on vacation. I probably could have gotten that information from him today. That's kind of what I thought it was, but I didn't want to bug him being he was on vacation. So yeah, that was the only question that I have in this order. So.
And that's why it's kind of nice when we do, per unit price for all these things. So when something comes up and we just have to, get a few more feet of this or that, we have the contractor. It stops the contractor from gouging us for extra works.
Yeah. So the way the revised sheet that Matt sent over today, Emily, is hopefully the last payments will come that way, because it's a lot easier for us to understand what we're paying for on this payment request and so on and so forth. So
sure.
Okay. Can I get a motion on this, please?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Councillor Zins. Support?
I'll support it.
Support by Councillor Pop. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Moving on to new business, Personnel Committee.
Excuse me, Mayor.
Yep.
On the street project, we also have to approve application for payment number 4.
Okay.
That was just approving the change order, the last motion.
Okay. So I'm looking for approval of an application for payment number 4, Mesabi Bituminous, $214,038.59. Any discussion on that?
I guess I just have a question on that, Becky. So we approved the change order probably 6 weeks ago. It's just that we're approving the payment of that change order tonight. Is that what I'm understanding?
Correct.
Okay.
And
That's
that payment is part of that
Part of the big.
application.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. Can I get a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilor Peterson. Is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Zins. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, moving to new business, Personnel Committee. Employee evaluation. Counselor Zins and myself met with Mel on her 6-month probation period. It went really well. I think Mel has been doing a great job. She's received quite a few grants, and she's requesting that she be moved to the 100% from the 90% to the 100% effective at the end of her 6 months. So what she's at right now is 2471, and that would move her to the 2745. So it would move her to the 100% rate. So Councilor Zins and myself both thought she was more than deserving of that. Any comments from the council on this? Not hearing anything. I'd have a motion to approve Melanie's salary going to the 100% of her position, effective, what works, Becky, October 1st?
Sure.
Effective October 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilor Zins. Is there support?
I'll support that.
Support by Councilor Pop. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Moving on to item B, approve case 438, application for variance. Councilor Zins.
Yeah, the planning and zoning met on Tuesdays the 15th and discussed this case. There were no residents or no communications from any of the surrounding neighbors on this. They felt with the size of the lot, it shouldn't be an issue. And the planning and zoning is recommending that we approve this variance.
Councilor Zins, question for you. What size is standard and what size are they building? Do you know that?
Not off the top of my head,
Okay,
Chris.
just curiosity question.
That was one of the things that was brought up at the meeting because of the size of some of these lots. They just felt that to keep them to the same standard as our smaller lots within the city limit, city proper, I should say. Some of these houses on the outskirts of town, they just felt that we're going to probably run into more requests.
Sure.
Going forward, and they just felt that maybe it was time to look at that and maybe change the codes. And that's something I need to discuss with Mitch, what we need to do to go move forward with that.
Okay.
I guess the question I would have there, Dave, and I know that with putting up an extra garage that we in town here are limited as to how much % of the lot we can cover with buildings. So if they have a bigger lot, they should be able to put up a bigger garage without asking for a variance. So I think we need to be careful not to let them cover a bigger percentage than what the current homeowners can.
Right. I think you're right, Dan. I don't think it's a matter of them trying to cover their whole lots, but I think it's just a matter of that these lot sizes are bigger, and so they would hold a garage and it still wouldn't look out of place. It wouldn't take up their lots completely. This one had some unique situations there where they had to move it forward before the gas line and water lines and stuff, but like I said, they just felt that instead of, every time somebody builds back there and they're going to request a variance to try and, build a little bit bigger garage or something, that maybe it's time we looked at it as a city to change some of it to go according to lot size.
Okay. Good idea. Can I get a motion to approve this?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Councilor Zins. Is there support?
I'll support it.
Support by Councilor Peterson. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Greenland.
Yes, motion carries. Item C, approve Fisherman's Point Manager Contract 22 to 24. Counselor Pop?
Yes, Mayor, what I would like to do tonight is actually to table this.
Okay.
And schedule another meeting to further discuss a couple of things that have come up since we last discussed this, and the fact that Patty and Al are still under current contract until the end of next year. This contract wouldn't go into effect until April 1st of 2022. I just make sure we get all the necessary changes in here and we're all in agreement on it. So if we could, I would like to table this.
Okay, and then when would you like to take care of that, Dan?
We could set up a meeting whenever works for everybody as soon as possible, I guess.
What are you thinking? A special council meeting is what you're looking at?
Yeah, that would probably be the best, yes.
Okay.
I don't know if we have anything else that comes up in the rest of the meeting that we may need to further discuss or whatever, but
Well, on my schedule, let me look and see what I can find out, and I'll put a meeting out there. Maybe you and I can have a talk, Dan, and come up with
Okay.
it. Okay, sound good? Sound fair to everybody?
I think Patty and Al are leaving soon too. If you needed their input, I would reach out to them sooner than later.
Patty, you're on. When are you leaving, Patty?
We're leaving on the 1st.
1st of October?
Yes.
Well, that don't give us much time.
No, it doesn't.
We'll
We can
work on
always
it.
Zoom.
We'll work on it. Yeah, we could do it on Zoom. I
Doing
don't
Zoom now.
I don't seem we're going to be off of Zoom for a while. So
Right.
okay. Becky? Do you need a motion to table?
Motion
it?
to table, sure.
Motion to table, please.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilor Pop. Support.
I'll support that.
Support by Councilor Peterson. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Greenland.
Yes, motion carries. Item D, Hawk Service Contract Renewal. Becky, for some reason, I've never seen this come through before. Maybe it never has come to the council. It was just done?
I don't know that, I think maybe it was just renewed, and with the amount of money and, council wanting to review things a little thoroughly, Jake wanted me to put that on, but it's something it's a yearly renewal. And I know he isn't on tonight to discuss it, but it looks like it expires November 23rd. So
Yes.
if you didn't want to act on it tonight, we could act on it at the next meeting when Jake can be present.
Well, I'll just give my 2 cents on this since I did this for a few years. What this is about is the state requires all of their instrumentation to be analyzed and to be gone through by a certified technician every year. So what that's about is then when we turn in our results from testing, we can say that the machines have been properly maintained for the state to allow it. So I have no issue with this. I will make the motion to approve this. Can I have support?
I'll support that. I see Jake put his okay on there, so obviously he had full support of it also. So I'll support that.
All right, support by Councilor Pop. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Greenland.
Yes, motion carries. Now moving down to what looks like it's going to take forever. Hoyt Lakes Ambulance tuition assistance agreement. Now we've got 2 of them. Does everybody got the updated one?
Not everybody picked it up, but I did email Mitch's redlined version to everybody.
Yeah, so Mitch, I'll let you talk about this.
Yeah, sure, Mayor. So I think we have an agreement that we're getting pretty close to. So I'd done a revised agreement. What I would recommend, because I know we want to try to get this in place, I'd recommend the council go ahead and approve the agreement subject to final approval by my office, because I know Mel and I'll have a few more revisions. I know there's a couple of other things that Mel wanted me to incorporate into the agreement. So we'll work on they're fairly minor revisions that we'll work on over the next couple of days to get the final document in place. So I think what you see there, the revised version is pretty much the final version, other than those couple of minor edits that I'll make with Mel over the next couple of days. So please approve it. If the council's so inclined, you can approve it subject to final approval by my office.
Okay. So I'm looking for a motion to approve this with final approval by Mitch's office.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilor Zins. Is there support?
I'll support it.
Support by Councilor Peterson. Any other discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Second item, request to pay EMT class Catherine Carlson. Now, we've always paid EMT classes when they've been a firefighter too, so I guess I don't understand why this wasn't just taken care of.
She started the EMT program prior to being hired,
Okay,
but she was hired before she finished.
okay.
So she paid for it.
So she paid this out of her own pocket.
Yep.
Okay. Any discussion or questions on this?
I guess I would like to, definitely would be approval of, that we would go ahead and pay it. I think Katie has proved to be a very valuable asset to the department already with her eagerness to participate. So being that we've done this for other firefighter EMTs, even, after they started, she started the class beforehand, I would like to have that exception made and that we would go ahead and pay it.
So that's your motion, Councilor Pop?
Yes.
Okay. Support?
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Peterson. Any other discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Next item, agreement between the City of Boavic and City of Hoyt Lakes for ambulance coverage. Mel, I went through this and I might have missed it too. Now, how many days a week are we kind of still doing?
Well, right now we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
I think it was October 6th they're starting to take Tuesdays.
Okay.
So then we'll just have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. Anybody got any questions for Mel on this? If not, Mel, you're good with this?
Maybe just being that you brought that up, Mayor, do those dates need to be included in this agreement, that we're signing a formal agreement that we're going to provide coverage? I'd hate to have them come up and say, well, you were supposed to have it this day, but it's not in the agreement as far as when the days switch. You're saying in early October, we're going to be dropping Tuesday, Mel? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pam said, let me search it here. I'm pretty sure Pam said October 6th. That's not in that agreement.
But it hasn't been in the agreement in the past, Dan, because they're meeting every 2 months. And when Boavic thinks they can take another day, they just say, okay, we'll cover this day too. So they've done that twice in the last year. So I'm comfortable with it. Mel, are you comfortable with it?
Yeah. I think we'll probably meet again in December and I'll have them take Wednesdays also. I told her we'd like to be on our way out by the end of the year, which will kind of be pushing it. So it might go a little bit longer, but yeah.
Okay. Mitch, do you see any issue with that? Okay. All right.
I'm good with it. I'm good with the way it's written.
Okay. Any other discussion? Motion, please.
I'll make the
that motion.
Motion by Councilor Peterson. Support.
Support.
Support by Councilor Zins. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Next item, ambulance chase vehicle Tahoe EMS Director Olmsted. Mel?
Yeah, so I emailed everyone. I would like to sell it.
We really don't use it. And it's got a gazillion things wrong with it, so. Anybody else got any comments on it? Not hearing any. Can I get a motion to sell the chase vehicle?
I'll make a motion to sell that.
Motion by Councilor Zinn, support.
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Peterson. Roll call, please.
Just for discussional purposes, for how much?
Oh, yeah.
Kelly Blue Book value on it ranges from $5,243 to $7,294. That's in fair condition.
So I guess that's the question. How are we going to sell it?
If you
Wanna
do
do it,
sell
but-
it, can you put minimum bids on there?
Yes.
I think that's our best option, and then we don't have to show it or deal with it.
Okay.
Are we gonna have a process like surplus sales we've done where we have to advertise and have people bid, or are you gonna utilize like do bid or something like that? Have you thought about that?
Well, I know one of the things going on, Kenny's looking at doing a sale in the spring, surplus sale in the spring. Do we want to you want to wait till that and do it all at once, or do you want to get, Mel, I'm not saying you got to keep it at the fire hall.
Okay. Yeah, we have to find a place for it in the winter, right. And with us possibly losing the knot building, we just don't have anywhere to put our stuff anymore. So.
Right. No, I'm not saying to keep it there, maybe Councilor Zins, you can talk to Kenny and see what he thinks is the best way to sell that. I mean, we can approve selling it tonight and then at the next council meeting, come up with a plan. How's that sound?
Sounds good. I'll get in touch with Kenny.
Okay.
So I was thinking the same thing. Maybe he had some surplus equipment that he wanted to put out on bids, and maybe we could do it all at once.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe he'll want to keep it for summer kids or something too. So
right.
Let's just make a motion tonight to sell it, and then Councilor Zins will come back at the next meeting and come up with a plan. Does that sound fair?
Can I stick a for sale sign on it in the parking lot in the meantime?
No.
Yeah.
All right, motion to sell it.
I'll make that motion.
Yeah, we had a motion and seconded by Peterson.
Okay, so roll call, please.
Councilor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Next item on here, Mel put on here, standby ambulance at Masabi's football games. I understand the problem is when we put our call crew on and they get a call during the game, they're legally supposed to stop the football game until we get another ambulance there. So, we're not a free service, and we're paying people to be on call. So what's people think about this?
Mel, do you know if other agencies, is it a volunteer or is it a paid service?
I'm not sure. I'm
just curious what maybe other school districts do, because I know it's mandatory.
Talking to Paul, he believes it is a budget item, but he's just kind of an employee there, so he's just throwing that out there. But we do other things for the school. We go to big truck night when they ask. We do fire prevention stuff when they ask. We've given them backboards for the swimming pool, things like that. This is just kind of over the years gotten to be a thorn in my side personally, having to make sure it's covered. The volunteerism, as you all know, is not like it used to be. We end up having to pay people to go to it, and then still people don't sign up for it. So like in my email, I'm going to be the one responsible for going, and you guys are going to pay me overtime to go sit at the football game. I don't feel it's lucrative for us to be throwing money out and not getting anything in return.
Mel, what are you asking for? How much per game? Is there a certain amount of game, or?
We have a standby rate in the book, and it's $150 an hour.
Okay, so I mean, could we just do a flat rate per game, or are you thinking, I mean, how long does it take? A couple hours?
I don't know how many, are we gonna have to put a separate rate in the book? How many rates do we want? That was what I was kind of placing on you folks. I just go the $150 an hour, just to make it simple, and then we don't have to, unless you want to come up with another.
No, I'm fine with it. I guess I'm looking at council.
The other thing to consider is we are not the only ambulance service in the school district, and they always turn to us. Have they ever asked Bowabic to? I mean, so if the big thing that, and I feel for you, Mel, because I know that it is tough to get people to sign up for those games. A lot of times, as we as members, myself as having kids playing football, I would go to games when I knew my son would be playing or whatever, but I don't know that we have a whole lot of that left in the department, and it always comes down to the last minute. So even if we make this commitment to go there, there's still no guarantee that you're not going to get first going if nobody's.
That's what I mean. Do you guys feel comfortable paying me overtime to go sit in the ambulance at the football game, watch a football game? Meanwhile, we're not taking anything in. I'm not cool with it.
Now, are we charging, we're paying people to sit there now, right?
Yep.
Paying people $20 an hour to go, or $20 per game, or how are you doing it?
$20 per hour.
Okay, and it takes a couple hours?
Yeah, usually 2.
Okay. Any other discussion on what the council would like to do?
I'm fine with charging the school $150 an hour. I mean, we're performing a service.
Yep. I know their employees that are at those games aren't there for free. I know they're charging overtime. We'll let them take back the Bose School, and then we'll do it for free. How's that sound?
Done deal.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take a motion to approve the $150 an hour.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councillor Peterson. Is there support? I'll support that. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes. Motion carries. Next item is accept resignation letter of Jeremy Hutchinson effective September 24th, 2020. Mel, I don't think he had radios down there, so you got everything back you needed?
Everything was left in his locker, so I was able to get it all out, yep.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the resignation?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Councillor Pop. Support?
Support.
Support by Councillor Zins. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. Approve hiring of Shannon Hellener EMT, and there was a little email sent out. We did remove the SS number on the front, but it was listed farther back, and I did talk to Becky about that. So if you see it, make sure you throw that away, or bring it back to City Hall if you can't crunch it. So, Mel, have we interviewed her yet? Mel?
Yes, we interviewed her last week.
We interviewed her last week. Who interviewed?
It was Katie Parks, myself, and here. I had
Okay.
Cody and Jen with you, but they got called out on a call, so.
Okay. All right, and I know Councilor Zins was on vacation last week, so.
Mhm.
Okay, any discussion on this before we move forward? Not hearing any, motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Councilor Zins. Support?
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Peterson. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Vreeland.
Yes, motion carries. I have one last issue. Attorney Brunfeld, any update on the Bose School?
No, Mayor, I'm still working on trying to get that, get it closed out. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll have made some progress on getting the transaction pretty much ready to go. So nothing right now, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, thank you very much. Adjourn.
I think we've got a couple of things left there on the agenda, don't we?
I don't,
Right.
Yeah.
oh,
9F.
oh, how did I do that? Never mind. I'm getting older. Item F, approve Fisherman's Point seasonal site drawings.
Yeah, so we had a total of 64 applicants for the 40 sites. They ended up drawing 53 names to get all 40 sites filled, which they did finally fill all 40. And then they went ahead and drew the last 11 to be on the alternate list. So in our packet there, we have a list of the lucky people that got sites. Patty said it went very well. I know a question had come up. So when people apply for sites, they list their preference of sites that they would like to take. And if by the time their name is pulled, they don't have any sites left, none of the sites that they had listed are left on the sheet, then they basically are SOL, out of luck. So they got their name pulled, but they were only willing to take sites 10, 12, just whatever sites they were willing to take. So the question had come up from a couple of individuals is could those people then be put on the alternate list? And I guess in the past, this is only my second year of being involved in this, and I got consultation from Betsy on this, and she said it has come up in the past, and no, they do not get put on the alternate list. They could stay active on the list, but they would fall in behind the people that were actually not drawn until their name was drawn as an alternate. So, and that made perfect sense to me. So they did have their one chance. Had they put in for all 40 sites that they would have been willing to take any of the 40, they would have gotten a site when their name was pulled. So it seems only fair that the way we did it is and that's the way it proceeded this time as well. So they said it went well. It was well attended. Patty said everybody socially distanced as much as possible in their family groups. So it took a couple hours, but went good. So we have 40 seasonals for next year.
Okay. All right. Dan, you want to make a motion to approve that?
Yes, I'll make a motion that we approve the 2020 seasonal sites at Fisherman's Point.
All right. And support, please.
I'll support that.
Support by Councilor Zins. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Breland.
Yes, motion carries. Item G, the hockey hut. Brian, I don't know if Brian mentioned anything to you, Becky, about this or not.
Counselor Peterson is ready to discuss it, I believe.
Okay, Councilor Peterson?
Yes, so I did talk to Brian prior to our meeting, and he said in the past there was a verbal agreement between Mesabius Youth Hockey Association and the city that since the Hockey Association is using the hockey hut and they're obtaining the license, that the city would pay for that license. Now, he said the Mesabius Youth Hockey has never actually presented a bill, and this is the first time that they've presented it. So we can't say that they've been paying, that the city's been paying it this whole time, but Mesabius Youth Hockey would like to see if the city would be willing to pay it.
And what is the total?
I know it's hard to see. $315.
Becky, do
And then
you remember in the past?
Well, Wade is on still.
Yeah, I don't ever remember. We've never paid that for the youth hockey before.
Yeah.
It's never come up before.
Well, before youth hockey took over, did we pay the health department?
Yes, yeah, we did a choice. Yes, we did. The city did.
Brian also, sorry. Brian also said, that He also said that the whole idea that the reason that the city was willing to pay it is because if the hockey association wasn't going to be using that nobody was going to be using the hockey hut. And so there'd be no money coming in at all if the city was using it.
I think the other thing too is if there's other things going on down there other than the hockey, if they bought the license, nobody can use their license, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That was the question that I had, Mayor, is if somebody had a wedding down there and the wedding was catered, would the license of the caterer come in? So is the city getting anything by purchasing this license, being that we do not run the hut?
You get a percentage though.
We get a share of the
Yes.
the profits from youth hockey. And I know it's a minor amount, but I guess it's just past precedence, and I don't know what we've done in the past on it. So,
Well, according to Wade, we have, since they've taken it over, they've paid this themselves. Is that correct?
Yes.
What did Councilor Segler, did he recommend we pay this, Councilor Peterson?
He did, yes.
What's everybody want to do?
is there a deadline on this, Chris? Could we table it till the next meeting when Brian would be here to maybe answer more questions or clarify it? I see there's a penalty if it's purchased late, but I can't make out that date.
Oh, I know. It's been paid already by the Hockey Association, but they were just looking for a reimbursement. So it definitely can be tabled.
Okay. I would make a motion that we table it till the next meeting.
Okay, there's been a motion by Councilor Pop to table. Is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Zins. Roll call.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Breland.
Yes, motion carries. Item H, City of Hoyt Lakes proclamation recognizing National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day. Do we need to read the whole thing back, or should we just make a motion to approve?
You can just, declare the last page that October 15th is going to be recognized in the city as that Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day.
Okay. Everybody okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
If so, a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilor Peterson. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Councilor Zins. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Breland.
Yes, motion carries. Did I forget anything else? If not, motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilor Peterson. Support.
Support.
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Pop. Roll call, please.
Counselor Zins,
Yes.
Pop,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor Breland.
Yes. Good night, everybody. Remember, we have an EDA coming up here in a couple minutes.